call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone, and just shutting him off there. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You look at this Steeler defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings this one back.
He overthrew the shit out that ball. That's fucking crazy.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, VJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Colts at 11-2 now, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able. Feed in. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A 1st down carry for Henry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a 1st carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
What are they doing, man? Come on.
44 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Play action. It's Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cook up the gut. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Oh, and his early struggles continue.
Are you fucking serious, man? I guess, bro.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his target. It's
they playing with me now, man. They playing with me now. You right in this face, bro. They playing with me.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's caught by
Hey, I guess.
A solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
I can't believe this.
I guess this nigga can't drop the ball, man. I guess, bro. Guess he can't drop the fucking ball. He thought my X Factor to see if he can drop the ball. Shit is a fucking joke, man. We knew that shit was coming.
Option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Pick the ball. What the fuck?
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
Oh, bullshit. Pick the fucking ball.
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Eckler.
This nigga then puts us in the damn end zone, bro.
too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
They got me throwing fucking picks. The first one I understand, but that last one, a diving pick though, like.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good run.
I guess, man. Mike Evans catching that shit, I guess, man. Right,
Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in.
like, damn.
All of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to touchdown.
That shit would be good spot. The whole route, man.
7 on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
We got this, baby. Let's go. Bring it home, boys. We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Pass interference, bro. Are you fucking serious, man? That shit a joke.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 3rd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Herbert. Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this.
He dropped the ball, man. Like, bro.
Signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And a catch right side by Evans.
That's the shit I'm talking about, man. Like, what is that? Like, come on. That's a pick 6. What are you talking about? I'm sitting right there. I know the exact play you finna call. That's a pick 6. I didn't bump you. I stayed in the spot where the ball was supposed to go. They just let me hit triangles. The fuck?
Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
26.
Now Rodgers. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit.
That's what I'm saying. It's 3 people right there. Why ain't nobody trying to pick the ball off? Like, come on, bro.
That's some good close.
I'm throwing chicken shit. Let the fuck out of here. I guess, man.
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Gano's kick is good. Well, Charles, the
I guess, man. We good. Niggas saying 56. field goal probably with a 75 kicker.
61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Shoves him aside. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They need 12 here. It's third down. Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, my God. Then threw the nigga on the first down, man. Are you serious? What the kind of weak shit is that, man? Threw this nigga on the first down. Like, come on, bro. It don't get no sicker than that shit. Threw it to this nigga. He stops, runs up the field. Like, come on, man. All right. I don't even want to hear that shit. Bro, no, that would make sense. They're supposed to clean that shit up. The fuck? Taking all day to clean that shit up. Threw him on the first down line at that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Joe Tryon showing in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he's able to.
They still get that shit up, but I'm playing cover 2. Like, I don't get it. That shit goofy as fuck, man. This shit over with, bro.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that falls to the ground.
That's the shit I'm talking about. That'd been you. Been picked. Like, come on, man.
And now it brings
the fuck, bro.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. It's incomplete.
It's about time. This nigga stayed throwing the ball in my face.
When you're losing a
the
game,
fuck?
the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Oh my God, bro. They full of shit. I swear to God, they full of shit right now, man. God damn. They get going with that shit, bro. Like, come on. Step through the pocket wide open, jagged. Like, come on. Like, bro, what? Niggas passing me no abilities. Like, come on, man.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is gonna
Why is he steady doing? Oh, he fucking the passes up. Like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
What are you doing?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
These niggas acting stupid as hell today. Niggas act like they can't get around nobody. Man's ran from the other side of the fucking field.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
Everybody making tackles now. Get the fuck out.
Right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Colts. Marquise Goodwin. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. And he will
Go red out the touchdown. Get your ass off the field, man.
This is still a
Like, what are y'all doing?
18.
God damn. Get your ass in the fucking end zone. What the fuck?
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get to
bullshit, man.
25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Damn. I wish Derrick Henry was doing that shit.
Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's Eckler again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast
forward, man. I don't understand that. They hit these niggas forward, bro. Hit the fucking leg or something. Like, damn.
A little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion left goes Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out.
That part, man, pick six. But guess what? My big ass lineman in the way. Like, the fuck, man. You can catch a fucking break around.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Fuck.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
Go ahead.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. Now look out, Roger.
That's what I'm talking about. That is that. How his big ass can't bend over and grab the ball? Like, come on, bro. Like, what is that? His big ass just sat there and watched this nigga crawl on his leg and take the ball. Like, come on, man. Like, what?
Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's
Yeah. Bullshit. We knew the fucking play was coming. Cause you acting dumb. That nigga 23. Oh, this nigga, bro. He had this shit.
5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy.
I'm missing tackles, man. You sitting there, you missing fucking tackles, man. I guess, bro. You can have that little weak ass, man. Fuck this shit, bro. God damn. Missing tackles, man. Knowing the shit coming, you still missing tackles. Weak ass shit, man.
There's CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Herbert now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He steady fucking that right up, but you run your little tight play, and motherfucker, them niggas wide open.
On first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. With the points that we've seen scored, neither
let me try to sit, man, see if that shit works, man. Apparently I can't stop shit.
And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one.
First down. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, my God, man.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Touchdown, Colts! Travis Kelsey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And now once again, the Colts will go for 2. Now Herbert, and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. That ball caught, it's chosen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here now, 2nd and goal. Herbert going to throw. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Get the fuck out of here.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. One last throw here for Herbert. Flushed out right. Interesting call there. They went for 2 even after the penalty from the 7-yard line. It didn't pay off.
I think the first thought is to go ahead and kick the extra point, but you're not kicking it from the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
right?
because you get pushed 5 back on the PAT as well.
Right, so they have to take it from the 15 to administer the penalty. So now you're kicking it around 40 yards. So I understand why they probably went for 2 there. They thought they had a better play and a better chance in that situation.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13 and